Hello there, my crafty knitters. Welcome back to the Knitted Oaks channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to read a pattern, or tips on how to read a pattern. Recently I answered an email from one of my subscribers about the difficulty with certain patterns. And I just gave her some tips of my own that I use when I'm reading a pattern for the first time. So step one, besides the physical attraction of what it is that you see on the picture, if there is a picture, from what you see on the picture that makes you want to say, okay, I want to try this. The second thing that I do is look at the level of the knitting it is, because you have beginner, you have easy plus, you have intermediary, and then you have experience. I think that's the last one, or experienced, with ED at the end. So that is the second thing I do. I look at the level it is. The third thing that I do is I start to scan the pattern for any unfamiliar abbreviations. Most patterns use abbreviations like SSK or Knit2Tog or P2Tog, like basically, so no patterns really spell things out. So basically I scan the pattern to see if there's anything that's unfamiliar to me. If there is, the fourth thing that I do is I run to the end of, or the beginning or the end of the pattern to see if there is a glossary, because most pattern writers have their own abbreviation. Some of them follow the basics, like K2Tog is very general across the board. Most knitters use that. PSSO, past the slip stitch over, like most of those are general, but you have some pattern writers who use very different abbreviations, and that's just their style. They might be from, you know, Europe or something, like where things are just different in their country, so that's how they wrote the pattern. So sometimes they might provide a glossary for what that term or what that abbreviation means. If there isn't, your next bet is Google, or right here on YouTube, because 9 times out of 10, somebody has already faced that problem before you. So when I was starting out, YouTube was my best friend as far as figuring out, what does this term mean? Like SSK, I was like, what is that? PSSO, what is that? So that's the third and fourth thing that I do. So abbreviation, so let's go back to the beginning. So besides physical attraction, yes, you want to knit this hat, this scarf, this sweater. Then you see, what level is this? Can I do this? Next, is there anything in here that's unfamiliar to me? After that, you see, do they tell me what does this thing mean that I don't know? The next thing you do is, the next thing I should tell you to do is obviously swatch or gauge to make sure you have the right yarn, you have the right materials, that you're knitting the right amount of stitches per inch, all that jazz. I do promise to do a video on that, but basically I found a great source on gauging and swatching, so I'm debating on how to do the video, or if I should do the video at all and just do like a blog post on where you can go to find out the information. But let me know in the description box what you would prefer, if you want me to break it down, because basically the source that I found the information is Lion Brand. And I read it and I understood it, and 9 times out of 10 when I read things and I have a difficult time, I figure out all the stuff that I need to do, and then I do a video for you guys. Now, I thought about doing a video for you guys on how to read a pattern before, but I didn't know if people really wanted that. But when I got that question, I gave a very detailed response to my subscriber's email. So I was like, maybe I should do a video on this, because there might be someone else, but you're just too shy to ask. So that is how I read a pattern. Also, your next bet, like for instance, the gull lace pattern. I got a lot of hits on that video because my tutorial made it very, easy for people to understand, like, okay, this is what this is, So 9 times out of 10, YouTube could be very helpful also. When I started out, I had knittinghelp.com. They had little video tutorials, because I'm a visual learner. Again, I've said this before in the past, like, it's just easier for me to see what's going on. And so that's part of my inspiration too behind doing this channel. So hopefully that was helpful to someone. And if not, feel free to email me at dana@knittedoaks.com. and I will answer your questions. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Sunday. Today's Sunday, February 6th. Happy Sunday. Have a blessed week if I don't see you again within this week. And remember, knitting is sexy. Bye.